Welcome to the everyday adventures of the Wheelie Hogs. Join little Wee and his family, especially Nana, as they live their lives alongside friends and neighbours in Hoglington. The Gap in the Fence. Pinky Bow wanted to catch up with her friends, but unfortunately they were all busy doing other things, and so were her family. Rainbow was about to go off to rehearsals for their new end-of-year production at school. Little Wheelie was on a play date with his friend Henry. Mama and Papa were out somewhere, and Nana was at her new disco dancing Keep Fit class with some of her friends. So, faced with feeling a bit bored, Pinky Bow wondered what she could spend the afternoon doing on her own. It was a warm and sunny day, so she decided to settle down into a cosy corner of the garden and look at the lovely flowers in the flower bed that Nana had planted earlier that year. Pinky Bow was watching the bees and butterflies as they went about their business collecting pollen from the flowers. The butterflies were floaty and graceful and seemed so weightless. Pinky Bow watched a beautiful blue one as it flitted away into the distance. Suddenly, the sound of the bees buzzing became louder to Pinky, and as she watched them go from flower to flower, the buzzing sound got louder and louder, and Pinky Bow became more and more relaxed as she watched the bees and listened to them work. Suddenly, Pinky found herself peering through a gap in the fence. Sure enough, it was quite a big gap that she could quite easily fit into it. She knew what was on the other side. It was a park that her family visited all the time. Should she go through it? She was thinking to herself. So with the sound of the bees still in her mind, she began to wheel her way through the gap in the fence and to the other side of the park. And the more she wheeled, the less bored she felt. And so she wheeled faster and faster, picking up speed. She could feel the warm breeze in her spines, and she began to feel a warm glow coming from her heart. And she felt as though she could just take off and wheel and fly up, up, up into the beautiful blue sky. So she wheeled and she wheeled, going faster and faster, and a smile spread across her lips, and a feeling of amazing abundant energy was bursting into her chest. And the next thing she knew was that she was taking off. Her wheels had left the ground and she was flying, rising above the ground, going higher and higher. Her wheels were spinning, her heart was full of joy, and she soared above the village, above the town, and then high above the earth. As she looked back at the earth, she was in awe of how beautiful it was. She could see all the amazing creatures, from the tiniest little ant to the biggest elephant. She could see the birds flying in the sky and giraffes reaching with their long necks high up into the trees, searching for leaves to eat. She could see all the beautiful and vibrant colours of the trees, plants, flowers, the oceans, lakes, rivers and streams, the landscapes of vast deserts, meadows, prairies, mountain ranges, and the polar areas covered in snow and ice, and all the cities, towns and villages all over the planet. Pinky Bow felt so connected to her earth, her world, that she decided to make her way back down to her home to tell Mama and Papa all about her adventure. She found that she didn't need to spin her wheels to descend, and she floated through space, then back into the atmosphere of the earth, making her way back into the blue of the sky, into the clouds above Hoglington. She noticed the warmth of the summer air and the bright but hazy summer sunshine. She noticed the sound of bees and of other insects, the chatter of birds and silent fluttering of butterflies, and she gently and effortlessly landed back on the grass at the back of her home. Pinky Bow became very still for a short while once she had landed back on the ground, and noticed how still and calm she felt. No longer bored, she had seen such wonderful things while she was above the earth, more than she could ever have imagined. And she knew that she was never alone. She belonged to everything and everyone. She was part of it all, and that made her very happy. The next things Pinky Bow was aware of was that she was waking up in the cosy corner in the garden. Was that a dream, she thought? It seemed very real. Maybe it doesn't matter. Hello, Wheelie Hog friends. How do you like to relax? Do you have a favourite spot to chill out in? Until next time, roll with the Wheelie Hogs.